Ever spent hours making a video and barely anyone clicked on it? It might not even be the video that's the problem. It could be the thumbnail. Have you ever thought about that? Well, today I'm going to show you the thumbnail secrets that help me to grow and help me to correct certain mistakes that I made, and I did it even without showing my face because I have a faceless YouTube channel, which is going to be the focus of this, and that's where I'm going to get my examples from because that channel, that faceless channel, True Travel Treasures, is doing amazing. And yes, I'm doing this in my 60s. I'm actually 64 years old since last January 2025. And if I can do this, so can you. Hit like if you've ever struggled with thumbnails. We're about to fix that. So, today we're going to talk about unlocking the secrets to viral YouTube thumbnails. Why do thumbnails matter? The thumbnail is your movie poster. It doesn't matter how good the movie is if nobody shows up to see it, right? I started out in June 2025. Sorry, 2024. It's been almost 11 months. And when I go back, and I have about 480 something videos on my channel, on my True Travel Treasures channel. And when I go back and look at the first, maybe the first 50, oh my God. I'm like, what was I thinking? Those thumbnails need to be changed. I just don't have the time to go back and change it. My son was helping me, but he wasn't consistent. So, anyways, I'm not gonna look back in the past. I'm moving ahead, and I'm gonna show you the mistakes that I made that you don't need to be making, so that people can click on your video as soon as they see the thumbnail. 90% of the top performing videos have customized thumbnails. The first impression before your title is your thumbnail. So it has to pop. People when they see it, they don't want to scroll down. They stop and they click on your video. That's how important thumbnails are. It's like what should I say? You're walking on the street and you see two homes, and one of them you have to say wow, and the other one, it looks like you just feel like it looks like all the others. That's how thumbnail. Because remember, when people are scrolling, they're seeing a lot of thumbnails while they're scrolling. So yours have to stand out, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The click through rate, CTR is known as the click through rate. It makes or breaks your audience reach. It shows how many times viewers who saw your video's thumbnail and title actually clicked on it because the thumbnail and the title go hand in hand. It has to make sense. It's like wearing a Halloween costume to a job interview. Wrong thumbnail, wrong vibe, right? Let's move on. What makes a thumbnail go viral? There's so many factors involved, but I'm just going to give you a few of in my experience what worked for me or what is working for me, I should say. Um, the anatomy of a viral thumbnail is curiosity. As I said, when they're scrolling, they stop because you have your their curiosity is peaked now, and they want to see what on earth is behind this video. It makes them wonder, yeah, what is behind this? And you have to be clear. Make sure it's easy to understand at a glance. Once they see it, they know exactly. Well, no, I should let me take that back. Once they see it, they will they will want to know exactly what is behind it. But when they see a thumbnail and they look at the title, it gives them a better idea. Contrast, bold text, bright colors that pop, consistency, so they recognize you. Because some people will put their faces on the thumbnail. I don't do that with my faces channel because it's a faces channel, but I do put my face in the video at the end, letting them know this is your host Cheryl. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Something like that. So these are the four C's: curiosity, clarity, contrast, consistency. Remember now, we are wired to notice faces. So even if you don't put your own face, in the video, sorry, in the thumbnail, find somebody's face that resonate with the title. For example, when I create my thumbnail and I do the last step in Canva, and I'm going to explain what I mean by that, I will search for someone who is an African American because I'm black, and I search for someone, it depends on what the title is, like a shocked female, 45 years old. I might do it in the AI first. And if I don't get what I want in the AI, I will go to Canva and try to find somebody who has probably a shocked expression, a frustrated expression, a worried expression, anxious expression. There has to be a pain point. There has to be a pain point reflected in your thumbnail, because that's how people see your thumbnail and want to watch your video to find out what the solution for this woman or this man who looks shocked and who looks frustrated. You understand what I mean? Yeah. It's like a mystery. Anything that feels like a mystery. That's how your thumbnails should be. Weird facial expressions, big eyes, bold text, and weird facial expressions. That's not random. That's science, and it works. All right, let's move on. And these are the tools I actually use because they work. Some are paid, some are free. And I'm not telling you to use the paid version because if you're just starting out, you probably don't want to. But I wish I'd use Pixels um, somewhere in the middle of me coming up and trying to build my channel. I wish I'd use that because it has some tricks and tips that I'm going to share with you. So it's pikzel.com. It offers fast editing and free templates when it comes to thumb. It's strictly about thumbnails. However, most of the feature that I use mostly. All right, let me retract. Since you're just starting out, you can just go ahead and type the prompt in pixels.com. It's a paid tool, for example. I mean, by the way, sorry. You type a prompt in for example, you'd say create a thumbnail, a dramatic thumbnail with a man who is trying to run from the police, and make sure the man's um, just describe, be very descriptive. And if you want text, don't ask the AI to put too much text, because I find that even with Leonardo.ai, they will put text all over and just mess up the thumbnail. So just make the text limited, and I'm going to talk about that further in the video. So stick with me as we wade through this complex art, because I call it it is an art, because but the more you do it, the more you get better at it. All right, and so you can do it that way, and you can also research and look what your competition is doing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a pro tip. You can steal your competitor's thumbnail. Listen to me carefully. I'm not going to tell you to do any copyright, have any copyright issues. This is what you do. Save the go to the thumbnail that you like, or the video you're trying to create and it's similar. Just go to the competitor's video URL, copy the URL, go to pixels.com and click on recreate, and paste the URL, the video URL, in a section. You will see when you go, you will see what we're supposed to post it, and then at the bottom you can let them know you want how you want to change it up. So you're gonna use the thumbnail, but you're not gonna let it stay the same. You're gonna ask Pixel.com to recreate it, and I have had a lot of success with that, and that's a pro tip. All right, so Leonardo.ai, oh my gosh, it's like a Leonardo is like a wayward child. It has a learning curve when it comes to prompt, because sometimes you have to tweak it. All right, you get 150 credits with Leonardo.ai. You can use different Gmail addresses. So if you use up your 150 credits, you can log out, log back in with a different email and get another 150 credits. And you can use every day your credit replenishes. The 150 replenishes. So if you finished on a Gmail address, you can go back the next day and get another 150 credits. But it's free. This is free. Well, they have a paid and a free version. I just use the free version. It's very unique. You just put in the prompt and it will just spit out four thumbnails at a time until you use, and each instance that you get the four thumbnail, you use 24 credits. So that's what, like maybe 5 times, 6 times. Yeah, 6 times. You get to use it 6 times and you get four each time, so that's 24. All of them are not going to come out the way you want them, but just choose the ones that resonates with you. All right. But before you go to Leonardo, I would suggest, and this is what I do, I go to ChatGPT first. ChatGPT is my ultimate go to when it comes to creating prompts. I can't say enough about ChatGPT. Um, Go there first and ask ChatGPT to create a prompt for you. Make sure you use the word expanded because ChatGPT will just give you bullet list, and Leonardo doesn't like those abbreviated stuff. So ask ChatGPT to create an expanded version of a prompt and then explain give ChatGPT the title of the video that you're trying to create and ask ChatGPT to create a dramatic, use the word dramatic and expanded. And ChatGPT, and as a matter of fact, tell ChatGPT that you need three of them so that you have options. So if one doesn't work with one Gmail account, you log out and you go back in and you try another one that ChatGPT gave you. I can't say enough about it. I used to think that I needed Photoshop. Nope. Just a good eye and a few clicks. And talk about templates. You don't have to start from scratch, as I tell you. You use ChatGPT first, you use Leonardo next, and after you download your Leonardo, the ones that you choose, you go to Canva.com, and Canva is free. They also have a paid version, but I believe it's like between 650. I pay 650 per month, but I hear people say they pay 15. I'm not sure. But when you have the paid version, you get more options, choices rather, um, to use their templates, their images, and all of that stuff. Canva also has, I think it's called Magic Media or Media Magic, where you can go and put in a prompt, and it will create a thumbnail for you. Yeah, but it doesn't work as good as Leonardo does. Yeah, so I really don't use it that much, to be honest with you. Another tool I use is vidIQ, mostly keyword research. vidIQ has so much information, trends, and all that stuff. And titles, vidIQ help you with your titles as well. Gives you a score, and it also helps you to, if you you can start with your title, and then if the score is below 90, you can click on add excitement or change tone, and just go through it, and vidIQ will help you to perfect your title so you get a high score. 97% is a good, between 90 and 97% are good scores. Yes. So I use vidIQ for my titles and my keywords. All right. I think they have a free option, but I use the paid option, which is just $20 a month. All those links are in the description. I'm going to put in the description, um, for you to click on them, and see if you like them. But real talk though, I must confess, I got help from Fiverr sometimes, not all the time, and you have to be even careful with Fiverr because some of these Fiverr people will, sorry to call them people, well, they are people, but some of them will list their gig, and then when you order the gig, first of all, you need to ask questions before you order. But when you order the gig and when they present, the thumbnail, it is not what they said they were going to do. So you have to be careful. Make sure you read the reviews, go through that before you choose someone. All right. All right. Let's move on now. All right. This now is a split screen of two of my thumbnails. One is bad. One went viral. Which one do you think went viral? Which one would you click on? Which one shows the most emotion? Well, this one over here, where my mouse is. This one over here, where my arrow is, sorry. This one over here was done earlier on in my YouTube journey. I don't know what I was thinking, but I think the video is about airport fashion fails, what you should or shouldn't wear at the airport. But this is not fashion. These are underwear. This is on these are women with underwear on. But one part of the video was about wearing underwire bra. So I thought that, oh man, people are going to think this is sex. I don't know, sexy. I don't know what I was thinking of. And so maybe some people even felt offended by it because I'm showing some woman's skin and I'm a woman. You know what I mean? So when I went back to look at it, I'm like, no, sure, this is not fashion. This is underwear. This is not cool. But this one now tells us a better story because it talks about the airline scam alert, and this man is one of the executives at the airline laughing at the passenger as she just discovered the hidden fees that they're charging. And this video really went on to do well. If you notice the expression on her face of shock, and on his, he is being facetious. And many people will look at this and say, oh, yeah? And they will click on the video to see what on earth this man is jeering, because he is silently jeering her, actually. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But this video did well, and this one not so well. So I would call this a bad thumbnail. I think you would just use it if you're talking about underwear, then you would use this, and this is not fashion, no. So that's what I'm talking about when I say you have to be careful of what you put out there because it also represents your brand. So you have to be very careful about that. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. All right, we're moving on now, and I'm going to tell you about my secret sauce. And first of all, let me explain the first secret sauce, which is down here, A and B testing. And this didn't come out earlier in my YouTube journey. It came out a little later, maybe about, I would say maybe 6 months ago. So I didn't know about this yet. So it's called A/B testing. And what YouTube allows you to do is when you're uploading your video and you get to the thumbnail, where you upload your thumbnail, you can right click on it and choose A/B testing, and YouTube allows you to put up three thumbnails instead of one. So YouTube will, when it goes out into the algorithm, YouTube is going to change up the thumbnails, periodically to see which one um, gets more attention and more traction. Yeah. So I use that not often, but I use it sometimes, especially if I got some thumbnails from Leonardo that I loved, like maybe three of them that I really loved, I will use it then. All right, and I'm gonna ask you this question about these two thumbnails. Which one do you think went viral? Of course, viral sensation. But do you notice how much color popped here, and how the word viral is bigger and in red, and the word sensation? I don't know why it has two s. That's what some of the AI does. They need to go learn some English, man. It's spelling correctly, but anyways, don't worry about that. This is just for the purposes of this video, and I just saw it anyways. All right, so over here, you notice how pale this is. It doesn't pop on the screen. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's retracting. So this would be a better thumbnail. You have to make it big and bold. Put one shocking word or phrase. Viral is a shocking word, and that is visually effective. Vibrant background. This one has it. This one is so pale and zoomed in. If you notice how this one is zoomed in and cropped, tight. Yes. Sometimes I make two versions of my thumbnails, and I will show it to friends and family members and ask them to give me their honest opinion. Which one looks better? Sometimes, no matter what they say, I will go with the one I like. Anyways, all right, let's move on. But it does help. It does help. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay, here we go now with prompts, because prompts is something that it's a learning curve as well. You have to get used to how to ask ChatGPT for your prompt. When ChatGPT gives you the prompt and you put it into Leonardo, maybe you have to make some tweaks, because ChatGPT is not always right, because it's AI, it's a robot. Right. So in most of the prompts, you don't want to put too many words. For example, in a thumbnail, you can use these words: this changed everything, do not do this, I tried X for 7 days, video flopped, do this instead, before and after. You can even leave the wording until you go to Canva. Then you put it in yourself, because sometimes Leonardo will have the words even on the person's face, and it just sometimes it's annoying. So I would leave the words that you're going to put on your prompt, unless Leonardo does it perfectly where you are satisfied with it. Then you can try to put the words in the prompt. But if you notice after 2 tries, after you use up 48 credits, if you notice it's going all over the place, then you just take out the wording and have the AI do just the images. And then you go to Canva and you put the words where you want it to be. All right. Now let's move on to the next slide. This is a PowerPoint slide in case you didn't notice. All right, so I'm going to show you a thumbnail prompt example that I use for this video. This video that you're watching, unlocking the secrets to viral YouTube thumbnails. I asked ChatGPT to give me a thumbnail prompt, and my title is Unlocking the Secrets to Viral YouTube Thumbnails. And I want it to be dramatic. I want it to paint a picture, and I want people to click on it when they see it. And this is what ChatGPT gave me, and this is what I put in Leonardo that AI. A surprised face of a Caucasian female. I think I said African American or black female in her 50s, pointing at a thumbnail, real or fake. I think there are two thumbnails. One pointing at the one that was she's just pointing in that direction. But there are two thumbnails. One says real, one says fake. There should be a split screen, right? Bad versus viral, and a blurred mystery background with a bold text. This is what went viral, with a question with a question mark. Optional smaller corner text. No clickbait, just strategy. I didn't do this. I took this out because when you put too many words in Leonardo, it just goes all over the place. And the color scheme would be a bright background, yellow or red for urgency, and white bold text with a dark shadow. The emotion would be surprise, curiosity, or shocked, but proud expression, and lean into mystery and transformation. So you would just copy the entire prompt and just go to Leonardo.ai and put that in. And this is just an example. I'm sorry I didn't put the prompt, put this thumbnail here for you to see the result, what came out. Oh, but if you're watching this video, you saw the thumbnail. So that's the thumbnail that I chose to put on this in this video. So tell me what you think about it. All right. All right. Mistakes that kill your clicks. Stop doing these mistakes. Too much text, especially tiny, tiny fonts, and repeating the title in the thumbnail. Why would you want to do that? That doesn't present any curiosity or anything like that, because the person is going to see the title in the thumbnail and know exactly. You know what I mean? You want to create curiosity and urgency. Blend colors that blend use bland colors that blend with the YouTube background. The thumbnail doesn't if it doesn't tell a story, or the viewer can't figure out what you are trying to say, that's a losing thumbnail. When you use low quality images, or the thumbnail is too cluttered, that's a disaster. When the face has no emotion, that's a disaster. When there's no connection to the title, that is a disaster because people don't like clickbait. They get angry when they click on your video and the title says something else. The title says something, and they click on it and they watch the video. It's something completely different. People don't like that. Use red arrows to point to the main object in the thumbnail that you want to highlight. I use that all the time, and it's a trick that works for everybody. But you don't have to use it in every thumbnail. But if you're trying to portray something and you want the viewer, the potential viewer to be more curious, you point the arrow to something, preferably the main object that you're trying to highlight. All right. If you're making these mistakes, no shame, because I made them too. No shame at all, but at least you know now not to. All right, this is where I gift you a free thumbnail prompt cheat sheet with 20 viral prompts for any niche. The link is in the description. No strings attached. It's free. Just click on the link and download it and just replace the niche with your niche, because these 20 viral video thumbnail prompts works for any niche. And then you can do your own little tweaks to make it perfect for you, for your channel. Okay, this is where I encourage you and motivate you that you don't really need fancy skills. You just need strategy. And some of the strategies I just relate to you. And it's going to take practice. Don't feel like you have to be perfect. Use the tools that I gave you. Use templates that Canva, because Canva has some free templates that you can start with actually. And if you're good at designing, you can start with Canva. You don't even have to worry about the prompts. Start with Canva, use one of their free templates, and create your own design. Use your creative skills. Yes, I just need a little help. I need a little nudge because I'm not, but I'm learning. I'm getting good at this thing. And as I said, it's practice. Thumbnails are 80% of your YouTube game. So spend time with it. A lot of creators say it's best that you do the thumbnails first. And I find myself doing that a lot, but I don't do it all. I don't always do it. But most of the time I do my thumbnails first, because then that gives you ammunition to create a video that demonstrates what the thumbnail is all about and what the title is all about. I do my title and thumbnails. I try to do them first. Yeah. But sometimes I do the title first and then I'll do the thumbnails later. Because when you have the title, you can utilize ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give you a prompt based on the title. Yes. So, and by the way, I use a free version of ChatGPT. You do have a paid version, but I've put the free version in the description that you can click on. I hope you found value from this video. Remember, you don't need to be a designer to make a thumbnail pop. And if this helped you, please subscribe to the channel. We are going together on this YouTube journey, because it is a journey. It's not a sprint. Leave a comment if you want me to review your thumbnail in a future video. I'll be happy to do that. And please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on future videos. And remember to download the free ebook with 20 thumbnail prompts that will help you create better thumbnails. And please check out my ebook on how to beat the YouTube algorithm. The link is also in the description. It was a pleasure being with you guys, and I hope you really learned something from this. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I read all the comments and I will respond to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.